Last year, we built out our camper van Ace and set out on a 5-month epic road trip.
Our goal was to continue our tour of the U.S. and see all 50 states. We made it to number 33.
Now we're heading out again, this time for 7 months. And we're not only going to see the rest of the states, but we've got an amazing summer planned in Alaska and Canada, too.
So join us for the adventure because Epic Road Trip 2024 starts now.
We're Stephen and Andy, caffeinated travel couple on a mission to see all 50 states. Join us on our epic road trip to see the U.S. in our camper van Ace.
Let's go!
We're kicking off Epic Road Trip 2024 on the West Coast. We just spent the last 3 months in Los Angeles, California. So now it is April 1st, and we are hitting the road for the next 7 months. We're gonna follow Route 66 to our next new state, Oklahoma.
The route starts in Santa Monica, which we vlogged during that time that shall not be mentioned. Today, we're starting in San Bernardino, California.
When we went from California to the East Coast a few years ago now, we did make some stops along Route 66. Arizona has some of the best stretches of the old highway. But we missed Oatman, Arizona, so we're stoked to be here today because we want to feed some burros. Oatman, Arizona is home to more burros than people. The wild herd are all direct descendants of burros that were used by miners during the gold rush. When the mines closed, the burros were set free, and generations have been wandering the area surrounding Oatman since. They've even been known to come into town.
Really cute, but kind of a tourist trap. We didn't know exactly what to feed the burros, but we had read online that the locals don't like when people feed them carrots. We also saw that alfalfa is good for them, but the local grocery store didn't have any alfalfa. We had cucumbers in our fridge, so we chopped up a bunch, and we're gonna use that. We just had to play hard to get.
He's the one with the food. I just got a camera.
It's our first coffee stop of Epic Road Trip 2024, and we are, of course, on classic Route 66 in Kingman, Arizona. And today, we'd like to thank our coffee sponsor, our friend Holly.
Hey, Holly! We stopped at Mud on 66, Mud with 2 Ds.
Yes.
Means it's probably some pretty thick coffee, I think. Such a cute coffee shop, great coffee. Thank you so much, Holly. This buzz is for you. following us for a while, basically, if you're a member of our family, you'll remember in 2020, at the very end of the year, we made this trip across country, and we stopped here at Delgadillo's. Unfortunately, they were closed. It was the middle of the winter. I think we were off season. But we are back, and we're finally gonna get to try the iconic diner on Route 66. These look amazing. We are just having a little snack of some onion rings and probably following this with a soft serve ice cream cone or two. Two being one each, not two each. Because we have to save our gas money to get to Alaska. Got my ice cream and we are back on the road. So we found another Wigwam motel, this time in Holbrook, Arizona. And it made me wonder, what is the difference between a wigwam and a teepee? Today's lesson, wigwam or teepee. A wigwam is a Native American dwelling, usually of rounded or oval shape, formed on poles overlaid with bark, mats, or skins. A teepee is a tent of the American Indians, made usually from animal skins laid on a conical frame of long poles, and having an opening at the top for ventilation and a flap door. Great little harvest host that we found right on Route 66 in New Mexico. It's a brewery in a junkyard.
We're headed down 40 East today for Santa Rosa, and we saw signs for fry bread, so we decided to stop for a quick snack. We got cinnamon sugar on top and a little hit of chili powder.
New Mexico didn't have as many stops along the Mother Road as Arizona, and we already spent some good time in the state on a previous visit, so we just took in a couple of sights. We drove the quick distance through the Texas Panhandle. Check out our Cadillac Ranch vlog from a couple of years back if you want to see that cool stop. And we finally made it to a new state.
We made it to state number 34.
We are just over the Texas border into Oklahoma in a little town called Texola. It's right on Route 66. It's kind of considered a ghost town. And this is really cool. We found a one-room jail. Check that out. You can go inside. Steven's in there now. Maybe I'll lock him up. Nah, I want to take him off me. Oh man, what'd they get you for?
I didn't have a response.
You gotta think quicker than that. Were you trying to steal someone's cattle?
Oh man, I was trying to steal coffee.
Ooh, look at all the outlaws.
some creepy photos here.
Some of the people are not alive in those photos, and it's really kind of horrifying to look at, if I'm being honest. Oh, I'm making a friend. Hello, baby.
This is Sandhill Curiosity Shop in Eric, Oklahoma. It looks like it's full of really cool old stuff, which I love. So we're gonna see if it's open and go inside and take a look. I don't think it's open.
Aw. I guess we're just gonna have to hang out here with the cat. Good morning from a very cloudy, starting to get windy Oklahoma City. We have had an adventure here. We got a flat tire on our way.
So this was in the tire.
The amazing guys at Class in Tire and Auto totally fixed us up and didn't even charge us an arm and a leg. They were amazing. We were in and out in so little time, so thank you to them. They are our heroes. Now, we've spent a couple of nights here in Oklahoma City, and we're in an area, I don't know that this area has a name, but we're very close to Bricktown, which is right outside of downtown Oklahoma City and has so many cool breweries. We spent the night last night at the OK Cider Company, where I made sure to try a flight because I needed to get some flavors in and see what they were all about, and they were so good. And the night before, we picked a spot based solely on the name, Angry Scotsman. Both spots were amazing hosts, really cool people here, gave us a great vibe for the city, for the state of Oklahoma, and I'm excited to get out today, check out a couple spots here in Oklahoma City real quick before we make our way up to Tulsa, spend the day there, and that is our final stop on Route 66. We're finding Oklahoma City to be really interesting, and I'm regretting that we don't have more time to spend here and really explore it because, as I said before, the people here are just so cool and friendly. They have these green teams that go around the city and pick up litter, they wipe down handrails, they just keep the city so nice and clean, which is such a contrast to what we've been seeing around the rest of the country. So many awesome breweries, restaurants, sporting venues, murals, arts, entertainment. This is really just a very vibrant, colorful city with so much culture. A lot more than we really expected, if I'm being honest. And that just goes to show that, once again, you know, impressions that people might have before they actually experience a place can be vastly different from what they get. I think we're gonna have to come back here at some point because I really want to explore this city more, check out some of these restaurants, enjoy some of these galleries and art venues, and I don't know, maybe even check out Wayne Coyne's place if we can find it. Flaming Lips, man. Just outside Oklahoma City is an iconic Route 66 stop called Pop 66. Pops for soda pop, and 66, not for the number of flavors they have, because it's actually a lot more, but for the obvious Route 66.
Okay, we're gonna do something I'm sure no one has done here before. We're gonna pick each other's flavors.
Can't decide if I should be nice or try to find something really gross. The flavors just keep going. This is so hard to choose, but I think I know what I'm gonna get.
You read that right. Spaghetti soda.
Time for the big reveal.
I'm stoked.
Oh my gosh, there's so many cool flavors in there, and it was so hard to decide which way to go. Did I want to get you something gross? Did I want to get you something funny? In the end, I ended up with something that I felt was kind of regional.
Oh, awesome.
Have you tried sarsaparilla before?
I've never tried that. That's so cool.
Yay! Since we are in cowboy country, as soon as I saw sarsaparilla, I said, well, hello, on Route 66 in Oklahoma, what else is there to try?
Yeah.
So let's see how you like it. I spilled it on myself. Oh. What's it taste like?
I love it. It's a lot like root beer.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I think she'll like it too.
I want to try it. It smells like root beer.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
That's what I always imagined.
Okay. All right, Sarsaparilla for the win.
Love it.
All right. Well, what'd you pick for me?
I wasn't so kind.
Oh, I'm nervous.
But it looked really fun to me, and I couldn't wait to get your reaction. How do you feel about blue cheese dressing?
Ew! Oh, you know how much I hate blue cheese. He is the pickiest eater in the world. I could have got him the mustard or ranch dressing, and that would have been the equivalent. I, on the other hand, am pretty good about what I'll eat. But one thing I put my foot down about is blue cheese. I hate the stuff. So, thanks a lot, bud.
Sorry, you could take a small sip.
I can't believe he's gonna make me try this. Ew, doesn't even smell good. It doesn't taste like any kind of cheese. It kind of just tastes like blueberry.
Okay.
It's fruity. It is not at all blue cheese flavored. Weird. It's just really sweet. Here, try it. Thank goodness. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if it really tasted like blue cheese? I don't know if I'm disappointed or relieved.
I'm relieved.
I mean, I'm relieved because now I'm not going to waste most of a bottle of soda. I'll actually drink this. But, I was kind of curious what a blue cheese soda would taste like, and I don't feel like I know now. So anyway, all right. Sarsaparilla, though, that was good.
Yeah.
So we're making one last stop just outside of Oklahoma City before we cruise on through to Tulsa. And this is a really cool historic site called the Threatt Filling Station. Threatt is the family name of the family that owned the station back in the day. And this was one of the first Black-owned businesses on Route 66. This filling station was where people could come, whether they were local, traveling, and just passing through, and it was open to people of all races, but especially as a safe haven to African Americans. This was a spot that you would find in the Green Book. If they had dances here in the field, they would set up tables and serve barbecue, so it became a social center for the local community as well as passers through. It is actually even listed as one of the 11 most endangered places within the United States. We're wondering if that's why it's not really marked. There's no signage here, there's no plaque, there's no historical marker of any kind. And just like that, we're in Tulsa. We thought we would go to an automotive museum today because, hello, Route 66 is kind of known for all the classic automobiles you see along the way. And we thought it'd be fun to see some in pristine condition since so many of the ones outside of businesses are really rusty, not very well maintained. But it's closed today. It's a Monday, and you would think with all the planning that we put into this stuff that we would remember to check for those things. Our next stop is the Route 66 Historical Village, which, according to our research, is open 24 hours.
Found a highly rated pizza place, and it's right on Route 66. So we're gonna get a bite to eat.
While we wait for our pizza, which looks amazing by the way, we are going to sum up so far our experience with Route 66. Keeping in mind, we've only done just over half of it. So from Santa Monica, California, now to Tulsa, Oklahoma. What are your thoughts?
A little disappointing. I think there were some cool things to see along the way, some towns better than others. Overall, not much of a destination kind of thing.
Yeah, I have to say that I agree. I mean, the most we were able to see was in Arizona, but a lot of it kind of felt fake or Disney-fied, kind of shticky. And then what we did see that felt authentic anyway was also kind of the same. So I was hoping for more local culture at each stop. And really, I think they've kind of restored all the places to be what people expect to see on Route 66.
Yeah.
So it's just covered with signage. It's got old cars everywhere, lots of teepee and wigwam type stuff. And thank you. It's all good.
You're good.
A lot of it is just the same from one place to another, at least through the Southwest. So at some point I wouldn't mind going on up to Chicago and seeing if things change as we get into different parts of the country. But yeah, overall I'd say it's a bit overrated, but definitely glad we did it and definitely found some highlights along the way.
Delgadillo's was really awesome.
I'm so glad we finally got to eat there. That's just one of those iconic spots. We couldn't do it the last time. I like the burros. Getting to feed the burros. Oatman, Arizona itself was one of those kind of Disney-fied places and shticky places, but the wild burros totally redeemed it for me. I would just go out there to do that. You don't even have to go into the town. You can catch the burros somewhere along the road in the wild. Yeah, they are all over the place. So highly recommend that if you're in Arizona. All right, our garlic rolls just got to the table. We're gonna chow down because I am starving. That is a massive pizza.
Leftovers.
If I'm being honest, I don't normally love New York style pizza, which is what this is, but oh my gosh, the crust on this is so good. I'm pretty sure a New Yorker would say this is not authentic New York style pizza, and I'm totally good with that. Whatever this is, it's fantastic. We're headed to check out a classic neon sign that is very well known along the route, but there are also tons of awesome galleries and like art spots along this road.
Before we wrap up our time here in Oklahoma, we took a little side trip off of Route 66 to come here to the Greenwood District. This is the site of a dark piece of history that, to be honest, both Andy and I have only learned about in maybe the last decade.
We urge you to learn about Black Wall Street and the massacre that occurred here as a result of the race riot in the 1920s. We've linked to a resource below that can provide you with the history much better than we can. Thank you so much for watching.
See you next time in State 35.